The cash for bail tapes how a jailed conman allegedly extorted 200 crore rupees from former Ranbaxy owner's wife. What India needs to do now, IMF's Geeta Gopinath speaks to NDTV, says India must vaccinate on a war footing. BJP backs Junior Home Minister. Party sources say there is no need to sack him. Meanwhile, Parliament is disrupted. Rahul Gandhi's remark is expunged. And it's emotional homecoming for farmers as they return to their villages after over a year of protest. Hello and welcome to NDTV 24/7. I'm Rohit Wellington. Let's begin with our top story. NDTV has exclusively accessed the cash for bail tapes, a scam being run from Tihar jail. Jailed ex-Ranbaxy billionaire Shivinder Singh's wife Aditi Singh is heard discussing cash payments with conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar in explosive phone transcripts that are part of the Enforcement Directorate's charge sheet and have been exclusively accessed by NDTV. Shivinder Singh, a healthcare tycoon, has been in jail along with his brother Malvinder since October 2019 over charges of money laundering. Shivinder Singh's wife, over a period of 12 months, appears to have paid more than 200 crore rupees to the conman Sukesh, who called the family from Tihar jail using software that allowed him to impersonate high-ranking government officials like none other than India's Home Secretary. NDTV's Arvind Gunasekar reports on the cash for bail tapes.
The ED's charge sheet against conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar contains recordings of at least 80 conversations between conman Sukesh Chandrasekhar and Aditi Singh, wife of Ranbaxy founder Shivinder Singh, Aditi's sister Arundhati Khanna and Shivinder Singh himself. Some of these recordings were made by the family and given to the Enforcement Directorate after Enforcement Directorate alerted them about being duped in the name of government officers. The Singhs then went so far as to file a police case alleging extortion of 200 crore by Sukesh Chandrasekhar. Curiously, no case has been filed against them for attempting to pay off officials. Instead, Aditi Singh has alleged that she was being threatened and harassed. In this recording dated July, made by Arundhati Singh, whose sister Aditi is married to Shivinder Singh, Sukesh Chandrasekhar calls her pretending to be someone called Abhinav, a junior of India's Law Secretary Anup Kumar, pressurizing her to organize more money quickly ahead of a Supreme Court hearing on bail.
Hi pal, good morning.
Sister, I asked you for something, you cannot say no.
Have I ever said no to you, brother? We've always done whatever you've asked for.
Okay.
That also in record
please
time.
understand. Yes. My dear sister, listen to me.
Yes, tell me,
Before
my dear
five,
brother.
I need at least minimum of something above 50, 75, something like that. Not exact 50, it should be above 50. Definitely 70, 75, something like that. Or if you're giving one, nothing like it.
In another recording dated July, Sukesh Chandrasekhar as Abhinav calls Aditi Singh, wife of Shivinder Singh, where the two argue over money, where Aditi refers to having donated to party funds but without getting any results.
Yeah, exactly. But I mean, you really care? You really think people do care about who is promise breaker or not? Because let me tell you something. I am the one, we are the one who are following up with you and coming to you again and again. Not just because you are going to organize some 5 crore, 10 crore or 20 crore and give. Let me tell you something. Okay.
But Abhinav, it's been a 1 year of building a relationship.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. If we want to do that, we can just snap out of things. Please understand.
And why would
We are
you
not
do
that
that?
kind of people. No, we can. Because the way of your
course.
behaviors, we can.
But what is my behavior?
Hey, yeah. I'm just telling you, there's no point of arguing right now. So the only thing I'm saying to you is that we are people with ethics. We are people who care about your well-being. So that is the reason I'm telling you again and again, you will be able to pay because we know the truth.
In this third excerpt, Sukesh calls Aditi Singh pretending to be Union Home Secretary Ajay Kumar Bhalla, claiming that the Home Minister is following the case, except of course he is not, since this is not the real Home Secretary.
Hello, Aditi ji.
Ji speaking?
Yes, good afternoon. Ajay Kumar Bhalla this side, Home Secretary of India. Is this a good time? I can talk to you?
Good afternoon, sir. Yes, sir, of course. It's a privilege to talk to you, sir. Yes, sir, I understand. Sir, may I make a small request? I'm sorry, I've been requesting for a meeting, and I would really like to come and meet if that is at all possible at any point of time. I would be most grateful for that.
I would like to mention to you that I'm sure you have been told even in before that there is certain right time for things to be done. So Mr. Anup will definitely tell you. I will also take this request to the Honorable Home Minister and I will tell Amit Shah ji your request. But it will be honored as time to come.
Yes, I would be grateful. I would be grateful.
On that regard.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I understand.
But you need to understand
Yes,
you are being handled and taken care by the topmost office of this country. That is why we all are calling you and we all are being associated with you. But we would want you to go by our instructions as we are not okay in accepting advices and suggestions from your end.
Yes, sir. Ji, I'm sorry if I don't want to be out of line. Ji, sir. Ji, sir.
We have reached out to Delhi Police and Aditi Singh for a response and we are yet to get their response.
Now, IMF chief economist Geeta Gopinath in an exclusive interview to NDTV underlined 3 things that she would tell the centre on how to get back on track in the face of another potential COVID threat. One among them, make sure that you are doing your vaccinations on a war footing.
You had 3 things to say. You met the Prime Minister already, but you had 3 things to tell the Indian government right now on how to get on track now with another COVID potential crisis booming. Luckily, our cases are down right now, but who knows what would they be?
Well, I think first, which again is true for all countries, is to make sure that you are doing your vaccinations on a war footing. You know, India is at about, in terms of the share of the total population, it's about 37% of the population that's fully vaccinated. Of course, that number in terms of first dose is much higher, closer to 60%. But what we see around the world is that when vaccine cases come down, pressure comes off, people, don't think about getting vaccinated. So getting over vaccine hesitancy and just on a war footing, pushing through much higher rates of vaccination, I think is essential. It's not going to solve you're still going to get infections. You're seeing that in the UK even with higher levels of vaccination rates. But everything points to the fact that even with Omicron, if you are vaccinated, you get some protection against severe disease and death. And that's what we should be targeting. So I think that's one big area.
Now, 5 new cases of Omicron have been reported in Karnataka, taking the total number to 8 in the state. Of the 5 patients who tested positive for the variant, 3 have been international travellers from at-risk countries, while 2 travellers had arrived from Delhi. That's what authorities are saying. All those who tested positive are fully vaccinated and are currently under institutional quarantine. Welcome back. At a village in Madhya Pradesh, the post of Sarpanch or village head was given to the highest bidder. Villagers were unanimous that an auction instead of an election would do away with any tension among aspirants. The local administration says it won't accept the decision and an election will be held.
This is an auction, not the kind you see to sell fancy products or to buy IPL players, but to select who the next Sarpanch is going to be. Yes, you heard it right. Villagers in Madhya Pradesh practicing democracy by auction. This is inside a temple in Ashoknagar district. The open auction starts with rupees 21 lakh, reaches 43 lakh rupees. Finally, the big win. Saubhag Singh Yadav unanimously chosen the Sarpanch for 44 lakh rupees, defeating 4 other contenders for the post.
मंदिर पे चुनाव रखा गया है कि जो भी है राशि मंदिर मिलेगी तो विकास होगा, सनातन धर्म का आगे ही बढ़ेगा जो भी है, क्योंकि पाप में पैसा नहीं जा रहा, मंदिर ही जा रहा है पैसा, और वैसे पाप में जाएगा, दारू में मांस में जाएगा, अत्याचार होगा दुनिया के, तो अत्याचार से बचाने के लिए ग्राम भटोली के लिए ये प्रस्ताव रखा गया है।
The audition-based model works with the temple at the helm. Probable candidates enter into an open bid. Candidates bid for their candidature. The one with the highest bid will get a chance to contest the Sarpanch election unopposed. The audition money stays with the local village to be used for the development work in the area. Local Election Commission officials are shocked at this latest upgrade to democracy and now have sought a report from district officials.
हमने जिला निर्वाचन अधिकारी से प्रतिवेदन चाहा है, वो देखें कि वहाँ कोई आदर्श आचार संहिता का उल्लंघन तो नहीं हुआ है। जो रिपोर्ट आएगी तदनुसार फिर आगे कार्रवाई की।
The voting for Madhya Pradesh Panchayat elections will be held in 3 phases between January to Feb, but the Congress has filed a petition alleging Shivraj Singh Chauhan government has violated the rotation reservation norms. In Bhopal with camera person Rizwan Khan and Swadesh Anurag Bari for NDTV.
Despite protests both in Parliament and in Uttar Pradesh calling for the resignation of Union Minister Ajay Mishra Teni, BJP sources have said that there is no question of sacking the minister. The minister was at his office in the Home Ministry on Thursday and even live streamed a meeting where, ironically, he spoke about the need for solid evidence-based prosecution of criminal cases.
Protests from Delhi to Lucknow amid growing demands for the resignation of India's Deputy Home Minister Ajay Mishra Teni. 24 hours after he was filmed in UP's Lakhimpur, lunging at journalists and abusing them when asked about his murder-accused son in jail for the killing of farmers in October. Congress leader Rahul Gandhi called for the minister's role in the Lakhimpur killings to be probed.
ये जो मंत्री है, इसको आप प्रश्न पे बोले, आप पहले प्रश्न नंबर बोले, सरकार से निकाल देना चाहिए। ये
Several opposition MPs voiced similar demands.
लेकिन जो SIT ने रिपोर्ट दी है कोर्ट में, उसके आधार पर अजय मिश्रा टेनी जी को इस्तीफा दे ही देना चाहिए।
As protests were held inside and outside Parliament, Mr. Mishra attended various meetings in North Block, which is not even a kilometre away. And if sources are to be believed, he would be touring North East this weekend on an official tour.
The unapologetic minister even live-streamed this meeting, where he spoke, ironically, about the need for foolproof prosecution.
तो ऐसे फोटोग्राफ, वीडियोग्राफ, ऐसे हमारे फॉरेंसिक एविडेंस, इन सब चीजों की ज्यादा से ज्यादा कलेक्शन हो तो निश्चित रूप से जो हमारी अदालत की जो सफलता है उस पर उसका प्रभाव पड़ेगा।
BJP sources have told NDTV that sacking Minister Ajay Mishra at this point of time will serve no purpose. In fact, it will give more ammunition to the opposition parties.
हम भी चाहते हैं उनसे अच्छा सजेशन चाहते हैं, कंस्ट्रक्टिव सजेशन चाहते हैं।
But many, including farmer leader Rakesh Tikait, who helped broker peace after the Lakhimpur farmer killings, said they were not convinced with the government's argument.
भाई उनकी हिम्मत नहीं है ना कि जो पत्रकार क्वेश्चन करे उसका जवाब दे सके। हमने कहा और पूरा देश कह रहा है कि 120 का मुलजिम है, उसका इस्तीफा लो।
Farmers also highlight this video of Ajay Mishra Teni days ahead of the Lakhimpur incident, where he can be seen and heard openly threatening farmers. They now say if the investigation is into a conspiracy, the minister must be questioned too. With an aggressive opposition and a defiant BJP, the stalemate over Ajay Mishra, the minister, seems all set to continue. With Akhilesh Sharma, Vineet Verma and Neeta Sharma, this is Alok Pandey, NDTV.
On the other hand, in the villages of Punjab, farmers are returning to emotional scenes. They're coming back after over a year of protests at Delhi's borders and ensuring that the government repeals farm laws and agrees to their demands over MSP. Mohammad Ghazali has this report.
Victory marches and slogan shouting, villages in Punjab are beaming with joy. Their ambassadors, emissaries, the torchbearers of the farmer agitation have now come back. Rajendra Singh's village is in Mohali, an urbanized area with fewer farmers in rural pockets, but the 15-month agitation has united one and all.
जो आंदोलन था ना ये एक दो दिन का नहीं था और बहुत बड़ा आंदोलन था जिसका हमारे किसानों पे तो असर पड़ा ही है, लेकिन हमारे जो और भी भाई थे, मजदूर थे हमारे साथ, दुकानदार थे और थे, सभी में ये तो एक जैसे बीमारी फैल जाती है ऐसे फैल गई थी और घर घर में ऐसा हो रहा था कि दिल्ली चलना है, दिल्ली चलना है, दिल्ली चलना है.
Across Punjab, villages are also celebrating the participation of women. Farmer Charanjit Kaur says she participated for the first time in an agitation, spending a year away from her family. She says she has returned victorious.
ਜੇ ਸਾਨੂੰ ਪਤਾ ਲੱਗ ਗਿਆ ਜੀ ਸਾਡੇ ਹੱਥਾਂ 'ਚ ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਖੁੱਸ ਰਹੀਆਂ ਜੀ, ਸਾਡਾ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਕੀ ਹੈ ਪਿੱਛੇ, ਫਿਰ ਅਸੀਂ ਤਾਂ ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਦੇ ਨਾਲ ਹੀ ਆ ਜੀ, ਜ਼ਮੀਨਾਂ ਤੋਂ ਬਿਨਾਂ ਸਾਡਾ ਹੈ ਹੀ ਨਹੀਂ ਕੁਛ, ਤਾਂ ਮੈਂ ਤਾਂ ਪਹਿਲੀ ਵਾਰ ਜੁੜੀ ਸੀ ਜੀ.
Visuals like these have flooded social media, daughters breaking into tears, hugging and kissing their elderly who battled rain, cold and heat at Delhi's borders.
They are back from the agitation, but they say that their struggle is not yet over. And as Punjab goes to polls, many of them feel that the way farm union leaders steered this fight against the farm laws, they should now take the political plunge to ensure that farming gets revived in Punjab and also in the neighboring states. In Mohali, Mohammad Ghazali for NDTV.